thought they didn't want to play. And they weren't very good at the first tryouts. And I thought, I don't want to play on this team. It's going to be so boring. Women's hockey is going to be so bad. And so I went to my second tryouts as a defenseman and made the team as a defenseman. But I didn't really understand how big the Canada Games was. Like that really, it was the first time the Canada Games existed. Nobody knew that that would be like this amazing scouting opportunity. For me, it was just, it wasn't boys hockey, so it wasn't as good in my mind. I mean, it was terrible thinking at the time, but that's what was just kind of bombarded on me growing up. So that's, I internalized that notion. It wasn't until I got to the Canada Games and I saw how good all these other girls were. I was like, whoa, this is pretty incredible.
Well, I'm glad you made the right choice. So.
As a young player and growing up in Winnipeg, granted, we have a lot more ice, so I played a lot more shinny, but I played at the Canada Games as a defenseman as a 14-year-old. So I hadn't played as a forward in 4 years, but was still able to keep up my skating well enough to be able to do that. So I think the athleticism of a goalie is what you really need to work on as a young child, rather than necessarily the skills that come along with it, because that can come when they are a little bit more developed and their hips and knees or their joints are a little bit better, just like you would with a baseball pitcher. I think you need to sort of be very cognizant of that at a young age. So that's just my opinion, but I'll open up the floor.
Yeah, so I had a question for you, Sadie. So I'm a coach developer for the Massachusetts section of the USA Coaching Education Program, and one of my colleagues there is focused on goalies. He's been working with the USA national team, and he had some comments like he was going to come in and do some goalie training with our coaches at the start of next season. And one of the things he was talking about was that giving kids a chance to play goalie gives them a different perspective on the game, and he feels like it's a great way to develop hockey sense in all your players, to kind of give them that different view. Like, what's your take on that as a goalie?
I would definitely say at the younger ages, when the puck is not moving very fast and it's not a fear factor. I don't think you ever want to put a kid into a position that they don't feel comfortable. Right. So at the younger ages, when the puck is not moving as fast and there isn't sort of as much chance of injury, I would definitely say that. What I find at the older age groups is that the puck is moving so quick and it can hurt, so if you're not all in mentally in a game as a goalie, that's where you kind of get hurt. So just being cognizant of that, I think you're so right. It gives you such a different perspective and such an appreciation. And even at the national level, at Christmas time, we would always have days where some of the players got to try goalie, and the ones that wanted to would get to put on the equipment. And so us goalies would skate as forwards. And, those are really fun days. And it does two things. I think it gives the player an appreciation. I can remember Vicky Senahara sweating so badly just trying to get dressed. She could barely even breathe just getting the equipment on, but she was just so excited. So it gives the players an appreciation too for their goalies and what they are doing. And skating as a forward as a goaltender, it certainly makes you appreciate a lot more. So there's things that I became cognizant of because I was able to skate as a forward, that picking up a pass on the backhand while you're skating up ice is very, very difficult, and players make it look so easy. So little things like that you tend to appreciate, I think, and I think it just builds team as well. So it gives you a different perspective, but it also builds that inner team dynamic, which I think is so key.